Hello everyone, welcome back. It is Wednesday, April 24, and we are back with your crypto market update.
Hey, wait, don't go.
I didn't even notice.
Let my
but your
retainers
teeth
out. What?
I didn't even notice, but your teeth do look really nice. They look really white.
I feel like they look yellow, but
No, they look really white. Okay, so actually, guys, we decided to scrap our entire morning update and bring you guys an entirely new update because the market decided to move. Don't you think this is a little bit better, Cass?
no, it's gonna be better giving them something to talk about instead of saying there's no update.
Yeah, instead of this morning, we were just continuing to reiterate that Bitcoin was going to come down to our targets, XRP was going to test the bottom of the triangle, and so that's
we said it was going to come to the RSI and look at the RSI.
So now that the market has done that, we can actually give you an update on some waves and show you where we think it's going next. So this is going to be good. And Cassie was eating grapes the entire update. I'm just joking, Cass. Love you. Okay, so here we are on Bitcoin on the daily time frame, and this morning we woke up to continued resistance at that fib there that we mentioned at 66.7k. So for the third day now, it has been major resistance, and so we talked about it coming down to where that MA was and that 382 at 65.3k. And so the market has now just dropped to that level, and the RSI has come down right at support. And so when I posted this chart on Twitter, it was a little bit below the 65.3k, and I thought that was still okay because at that time when it hit that fib, there was still a little gap between the RSI and the MA. So I knew it was going to have a little bit of strength to come down a little bit past it, but I think eventually we're going to be closing this candle with continued support at this 382 here, and I think that's just going to become a major level. So let's just have Cassie zoom into the smaller time frames here to give you a closer look at what we're expecting next.
Okay, yep. So here we are on the Bitcoin 1 hour, and you can see we are hitting that larger 382 support. I'm just going to zoom out here. That's actually the 382 retrace of the entire C wave. So I just wanted to point that out there, what that was. But so that's what we're coming to right now. And the RSI, at least on the 1 hour, is still looking strong. You can see that it's definitely made a new extreme. So I'm just going to zoom in to see, as it's at this price, if we think this is a bottom here, or could it potentially travel down to that 64,000 area, that next fib, which would be that 382 level. So $64,350. So let's zoom in and see if we can get any indication of a turnaround here. So like Tar mentioned, it was hitting that larger 382 level, which we talked about in our other updates. So let's see if we can get any confirmation of a bottom here. Okay, so here we are zoomed in. I'm on the 15-minute now, and you can see that our lowest low in price made a new extreme on the RSI. So this doesn't look complete here. We are probably going to have a further drop. So the next level, 64,370. I think that that's where we're going to get our turnaround. And you can see now we have room on the RSI to really create that bullish divergence if that's where we're headed. So make sure you guys have this retrace level on your chart, and then be zoomed into the 15-minute to be watching the RSI as we do approach that level. So yeah, I think that that's where we're going to get our turnaround, right at that level there. So let's keep an eye on that for Bitcoin.
Don't you think that trend line on those fibs is significant? Look how many times it touched that. I know you don't think so, but look at right there, that trend line.
The fib trend line?
Yeah, the dotted line.
You have been on a fib trend line kick for like a month.
I know, because
now.
I actually want to turn them back. I used to have them and I turned them off because it gets so messy. I've noticed that they have been really significant, so I think there might be something to that.
Well,
definitely.
I mean,
and look, it's hitting it right now. So
yeah, as of right now, this drop doesn't look complete yet. We are still getting a really strong strength on the RSI. So we need some kind of exhausted low, and we're just looking for a divergence that occurs on the RSI, which hasn't happened yet. So I think it's time to probably move on to Ethereum.
Alrighty, let's get over to Ethereum then. Okay, so here we are on Ethereum on the daily time frame. And this morning, Cass, we thought that Ethereum was leading the pack, and it just got stalled because Bitcoin was hitting resistance there.
Well, remember I was saying it was forming that divergence.
Yeah, on the smaller time frames. But look, the higher time frames don't really have a divergence. Ethereum, I feel like, needs a little bit more development, but I do know we have very strong support here at 3150 because it did break up above the MA, and it could be coming back down to test it as support right above it. And the RSI still has that little gap there between its MA. Right here. Yeah.
Right. So I'm going to get zoomed in and look at those
Wait.
subwaves then.
Sorry. You're rushing me.
You go, girl. You go.
No, I forgot what I was going to say. So you go.
Yeah, so there's not much on Ethereum. In our update this morning that we recorded that we're not going to post, I was talking about how it was creating these highs here and we're getting a bearish top on the RSI. So I was expecting it to start to come down, and you can see that our RSI is now creating a really bearish trend. So I, like Tara mentioned, we really still need some more development on Ethereum as it's still ranging in these wave 4 levels. The largest areas still to keep in mind would be if we break up into 3,400, then that starts to invalidate that 5th wave low. So since we are not above that and we haven't yet, these lows down here are still valid on Ethereum. So that's at our 2,700 target there. So I think that those are levels to look out for on Ethereum.
Yeah, okay. Which one?
Yeah, we have the next support there at 3,140. On your chart was like 3,150, so that's close.
Oh, okay.
That's the level that we're eyeing there. And I'm not necessarily tracking anything as far as the trade goes on Ethereum. If we do make a new low on Ethereum, then it'll definitely be letting you. Oh gosh, my hair is horrible.
No, it's not. It like caught you off guard.
Pause. No, I'm just kidding. If we make a new low on Ethereum, we will definitely have a trade set up for you guys. But we need that new low for our setup, and we don't have that yet on Ethereum. So right now we're still ranging, and I think we should get to XRP because that's what everyone wants to see. Okay, so here we are in XRP zoomed out to the daily time frame, and XRP is right at that test of the bottom of the triangle. This is a very critical test of support on XRP, and it has held there for now almost an hour or so, I think. So it does look like it is trying to hold support right at this bottom trend line here. But I do want to show you guys this RSI is way above its MA. So look how much of a drop XRP has before it finds support on the strength. So this is, like I said, this is a critical level, because if it does break below this, we still have enough strength to possibly come down and test that 48 cents level again. So we need to watch this level very closely. But I do think that Bitcoin has also possibly, like I showed you, found support, and I do think that will help XRP gather support right at this level here. So let's just have Cassie go into the subwaves here to give you a closer look at what we're expecting. Okay, you guys, this is really exciting on XRP. You can see that in general, what is happening is we've broken above into the triangle, and we are now testing it as support. And this is what we've been telling you guys. This is what we want to see. This is really what needs to happen. As you can see right now, the price is literally right at that purple line, which is the bottom support of the triangle. It did break a little bit down, and we ended up closing within the triangle. So it is literally testing this critical moment right now. So this is something to definitely watch in the next few hours. If we continue to build support on top of the triangle, which we've been saying in all of these updates. So that's what we're seeing now. Another thing to keep in mind is that on our last high in price, we did make a new high on the RSI. So this would indicate that we would have another high, new exhausted high. So if it does hold this support here, we would probably expect an exhausted high from there. So I want to mention that this is a very critical moment, like Tara said, on XRP, which is why we wanted to give you guys a new update. So here we are right at those targets. So this is looking good as of right now. This is absolutely critical for it to regain support in here. And I'm just hoping that this is not going to turn into resistance. So that's what we're looking for in the next few hours on XRP, is just building support on top of here and not resistance. So